What's up, team? Welcome to another video. It's your favorite ginger. My name is Kiefer, and in this video it's a raw talk. I'm talking about why I think being fit is, God man, it's an ultimate cheat code in life. Most people think that like being fit is just taking off the shirt to go to the beach and show off your muscles and vanity, but it's more than just that. It spills into your finances, your career, your business, your relationships, and it's how people view you and respect you when you take care of yourself. And you don't need to be a crazy sort of athlete that spends hours in the gym in order to unlock it. If you feel stuck in your career, your business, your relationship, it's totally okay, man. I've felt like that. I still feel like that at times, but I went through a lot like in my 20s and going into my later 20s. So I totally get it. You don't need to spend hours listening to podcasts and watching YouTube videos to find another productivity hack, tip, extreme diet, new business model, new dating tips, and what, like, in order to to feel unstuck. I feel like it really comes down to your health and fitness goals and how you take care of yourself. When you neglect your fitness goals, you don't take care of yourself, you're going to continue to feel like you're fighting uphill battles and you can't get a grip of anything. But if you do take care of yourself, you're going to feel like more doors open up and there's just opportunities everywhere, at least from my experience. Think about your fitness goals as an operating system. So it's the same computer, but when you upgrade it, it runs faster, it's smoother, and you're able to get more done. Only if you take care of your health and fitness goals seriously, like you take those goals seriously. So if you do start living up to your potential physically and mentally, you're going to feel like this unstoppable force behind you that you're going to be able to level up in all areas of your life, in your relationship, in your career, your business, your finances, and also physically and mentally. I don't think that by saying to you, dude, if you just kind of eat a little bit more protein and you do some extra push-ups and you go to the gym with no plan, or you go for a quick little jog and move your body, it's going to help you. I feel like you need to really lock into a routine. Rock in. Holy shit, man, I can't even talk right now. Lock into a routine. Become disciplined. Discipline equals freedom. And the more disciplined that I am, the more free I feel. And I don't know how to explain it. However, if I were to tell you and explain to you right now in this moment, it's knowing that I have the ability to cave into temptations, but when I am disciplined, it is free because I know that I can have those things. I just choose not to. I choose not to have the frickin' donuts. I choose not to have the liquor. I choose not to have the weed. However, there are times where I do choose to. I do choose to let my guard down a little bit, and I have those things, but I have to work more in order to have a little bit of that play. And if you feel like you are not locked in with yourself and you feel like you have the ability to do more and you want to become more aspirational in your community, your family, you want to prove to yourself what you're capable of doing, then you can't have like a subpar approach. You need to have something that you can dive into it and just give it your all. And I honestly think if you're in your late 20s to early 30s, even mid 30s, this is where most guys fall off physically. Work is demanding. You're maybe buying a house like me. Maybe you're starting a family. Maybe you're getting married like me. Like there's all these different responsibilities happening, and that's totally okay. Like it's okay to feel like there's a lot of pressure, man. There's a lot of pressure, but that's pressure is a privilege. And if you can just feel like, okay, when all these things are happening, why don't I just lock in with my physical health and my energy so I can just show up to these things and crush these goals? It's a feeling where I'm not 100% perfect. Like I still have my days. I slip up. I have things from time to time. You know, I love my margaritas. I love my tacos, my donuts. Um, I love those things, man. Every now and then I love my Coronas too, and a joint here and there. But there was a time where I was seeking more of the pleasurable things in order to deal with stress, and then it had me feeling like a guy that was looking in the mirror and I felt ashamed of myself. I was like, holy shit, like come on, man, like I can do better than this. But people that know me would say like, oh, Keith, in your 20s you were a guy that was in good shape. Okay, so I was, but I always fell off. Like I always yo-yoed. So I would like track my foods and get really serious about my training, then I would fall off. My standards would slip. I would never hold myself to a higher standard. And that word standard, I'm going to repeat that word all the time, having higher standards for yourself, because that's truly what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's a book, I haven't read it yet. Maybe it's from this book, Atomic Habits. I've heard this quote, but it's like you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your standard. Maybe like that. Maybe you can put in the comment if that's correct, guys. But like, I've heard that. I thought about it, if that's correct, and I was just thinking about how important standards are. Like, once you level up your standards and your health and fitness goals, you will make more money. I did. And once I locked in and I stopped kind of slipping up and yo-yo dieting, I realized more opportunities opened up for me. I mean, I was bartending for the longest time in the restaurant industry. I was constantly being like, you should go to these positions. You should be a manager. You should make more money. Again, I was unclear what I wanted, the direction where I wanted to go, but I also had an opportunity to work in a marketing agency. I sold myself on that one. I showed up as a guy that was fit and healthy, and I took care of myself, and I think they respected that. However, quick thing is that job didn't work out for me. I got let go, but it was an amazing opportunity to grow and learn more about myself. I didn't have the skill sets that were required for me to maintain that job, but I still had that opportunity. And then once I started to lock in, like stay locked in and just actually take the time to be like, I'm gonna go hard for 4 months. I'm gonna take 2 weeks off. I'm gonna go hard for 4 months and take 3 weeks off. Like actually have these success breaks and cycles. That's when, man, like so many different things opened up for me too. And if I were to talk about like Sammy, like my fiance, we're getting married next year. Guys, I did this crazy program once. It was crazy. I did like this like no fap thing for like 70 days. I locked in my routine, my discipline. I was getting up early, and I didn't yo-yo after that. Like I went for 7-8 months of just consistency. My physique blew up, my confidence increased, I had more energy. I was like living the best version of myself at that time. And then I took time off strategically, not just like I'm tired, like I'm going to be lazy now. Like I took time off. But when I locked in, that's when I started dating my future wife, and I had a higher standard for myself. So many different, like I could tell you so many different stories, and I could go on, and I don't know where to go with this video, man. I'm just telling you, you need to lock in. You need to have higher standards for yourself, and start with your mind and start with your body, and stop looking for quick fixes. Stop trying to do a even like a 6-week cut, extreme diet, go to the gym, have a plan of action. If you're not going to hire a coach, then you're going to have to figure it out for yourself, which might take more time in order to actually figure out how to lose fat and maintain your muscle, or build 10, 15 pounds of muscle naturally. How to lock in your routine, your mindset, how you think, your perspective. It's going to take you time, but you need to start like actually showing up to the gym with a plan, and having a plan with your nutrition, and managing your time properly, and like how you speak about yourself. Like when people tempt you with things and food and all this shit, like don't be like, oh yeah, you're right, man, this program's been hard, like no dude, stick with it. Keep your head up. Do the things that you need to do to accomplish it. And that's what I had to go through so many different times like that, where people were even like, oh, we don't invite you out anymore because you never have fun. I was like, what does that mean? Like, because you're so disciplined with health and fitness. I was like, what are you talking about? I can still have fun. And how I look at fun is going out and actually having the energy and confidence in myself to like have great conversations and talk to people and maybe even inspire people to take action and change for themselves rather than getting shit-faced and like waking up the next morning feeling like crap. So there's been times where I had these like temptations and people were not really open to like inviting me to different places because I was so locked in. But now like I'm so grateful for that mindset and the things that I have in my life, because I have to say my routine with my health and fitness goals. You don't need to be a jacked bodybuilder guy to be considered like successful or have it all figured out with your career, your relationship, your finances, all that stuff. No, not at all. I define a guy who is fit, that has lean visible abs, some bicep veins, maybe a decent sized chest, a little bit of muscles in his legs, but it's his routine, his consistency, his discipline. He takes time to put in the work, and then he takes time off strategically. He just doesn't decide like, today I'm not going to do the work. Like, he's going to show up, he's going to eat the frog mentality. I always talk about that, doing the hardest task first thing in the morning. So being in shape is a cheat code. And if you can really start to think about what you want in your life and take massive action physically, take care of your health, eat good food, enjoy things every now and then, your life will start to change. I'm telling you, it did for me. So anyways, I hope this video helps you out. And yeah, I'm going to put out more of these raw talks to get you going, to get you fired up, man. But I don't want you coming back to these raw talks 3-4 months from now in the same spot. You got to start taking some action. So much love. I'll see you guys around.